Hi, this is Chris Musante, and we're here today to talk about Porsche center lock wheels. Single center lock wheels have been around for a long time. I remember the British cars of the early 50s and 40s had knockoffs. Porsche has designed a very nice system that uses a center lock, but also has a special locking mechanism. And the special locking mechanism needs some special attention, as does the way that the wheels are installed and torqued. Underneath this cap is a locator, and this locator, when the job is done, must be out flush with the end of the splines. This locator keeps the center lock from rotating once it's torqued in place. Here's the center lock outer. It consists of the splined outer piece that the torque wrench goes on. It's threaded here, and both the threaded and this conical seating surface have anti-seize on them to create a nice even surface that the center lock can be torqued to. This is the inner part that goes in the wheel, and this is what actually has that locking mechanism with the splines. Porsche has had a recall on these. Sometimes the center locks were loosening up, and sometimes they weren't locking in place properly. We torque these all to 450 foot-pounds, which is approximately 550 newton meters of torque. That seems to be a good torque to allow the wheels to stay on and not loosen up. The Porsche center locks are on with a lot of force, so we usually have someone sit in the car, put their foot on the brake, while someone loosens up the center lock. I think this might be messed up, but I'm not sure. So here we can see that the inner part of the center lock thread into the inner part of the hub. And again, this is the locking mechanism which prevents the center lock from turning once it's engaged. For many, many years, Porsche race cars and all race cars did not have this locking mechanism, but this is something the factory felt was an important thing to do to minimize any problems associated with the general public installing their own wheels and possibly having the wheels come loose. As you see, when we turn this on, you start getting into that locking mechanism. In fact, it's locked now. So the tool has an internal piece which pushes the lock mechanism in, which allows the lock nut to spin and tighten against the wheel to achieve its torque. And once the torque is achieved, you have to make sure this comes out. This can get stuck in there, not very easily, but it can. It's got to come flush with the surface when it's properly engaged. Locked. Unlocked.
400 foot-pounds, 450, good.